beauties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sopo and I'm filming another fashion related content today. I have an entire series of fashion videos on my channel. Please check them out if you are curious for the other ones. And today we're especially going to be discussing how to know where it is smart to invest in, splurge on things, or where to shop on budget. I find this topic super interesting and have myself watched many videos out there. They are very diverse in its format and the content, and I thought, why not do my own version? So I hope it's going to be fun for you. Stay tuned and let's get started. The first and the most important ground-laying rule in this thought process, in my opinion, is to define what is it that you really like, what are the items that really flatters you, and what are the items that you get the most use out of. For that, you should understand your own style, and I have created an entire video how to find your style, which I'm going to link over here, and also leave the link in the description box below if you don't manage to click up on here. I think that the tips discussed in that video will give you very good step-by-step guide how to find your unique niche style. And I think this is super important in this process, because when you're thinking about like investing a lot of money, which is a limited resource for most of us, to use it in a smart way so that we don't regret it after few months downwards. In my opinion, the items that will keep its own shape, elegance, timelessness, but most importantly for this first tip, purpose, like which will give you the most use in your day-to-day lifestyle, are those exactly that are worth spending extra. It doesn't really matter which category we are talking about. Is it jewelry? Is it outwear? Is it basics? Are those shoes or the handbags? So just to sum it up, the cost per wear is a very good rule of thumb, in my opinion, where you can start with when thinking about if a particular item is worth spending your hard-earned money or not. My second tip to you would be to invest into the core pieces that pull together your outfit, and also into elegant and sustainable good materials. This can be a little bit controversial depending where you live or where you are physically in the world. I obviously discuss this particular tip from my point of view where I am at, but try to adjust it and don't take it very strict depending where you are. And I think you're gonna get good feel of what I'm talking about when I'm gonna start discussing, for example, a coat, because maybe you're in a country where you don't have such hard winter and you just wear a coat for a month or two maximum, not even, and it won't be justified for you to pay extra lot for an item that is not getting that much of a use for your particular case. But for me and a lot of people here in Central Europe, I think having a good outwear piece, be it a coat or be it a leather jacket, is a very central piece throughout the entire winter season, and that starts with late autumn to early spring, continuing across 6 months. And I think such outwear piece, like a good coat, is something that stands always in the center of an attention, because you don't really see the inner layers of outfit most of the time. When it's cold, you have everything like closed, and you're wearing your basics underneath. I think in such case, paying a little extra for a coat is always justified, because of the looks, but also for the material. Obviously, this is an item that has to keep you warm, and you have to always look at the details or description of your coat, what it is made out of. The coats which are made out of cashmere blends or full wool blends obviously are a lot more expensive than those that are made out of cotton or polyester. Even though they look pretty sturdy, they don't give you that snuggly feeling that you might enjoy in the winter time. Another such core piece, in my opinion, is having a good versatile handbag. Now I try to stay as vague as possible, because it obviously differs from person to person, and I did not even want to say here if it has to be a designer handbag or not, what color it has to be, because again, this is very individual in my opinion. If you would ask me, I would obviously go for neutral colors and preferably black one, but the main essence which I want to underline in this one tip for you is that try to choose such versatile bag that it covers as many occasions as possible throughout your life. So if you're gonna invest into a handbag, if it is designer, especially even more because you're paying name in such case, try to make it work for almost all the occasions that you might have, starting from some ceremonies, weddings, birthdays, to like your day-to-day grocery shopping. And what you need in this context, I will always look at whether the handbag is adjustable when it comes to the strap, if you can wear it crossbody, if you can shorten it to the shoulder bag, if you can take off the strap completely and carry it as a small hand clutch. And for that I would also opt for the handbags that are not as large in a size and don't look like a tote, but rather like a small handbag, and are compact in a way that carry your day-to-day essentials but also make a lovely evening bag. And if I had to have one bag and invest into that particular piece, I would try as well that this handbag is not heavily loaded in logos, but obviously that's not a key or criteria if you are absolutely into logos and can rock it in every case. Another core piece that I think is worth investing in is a good pair of jeans. And now listen, I know this is one of the basics and you can get jeans everywhere, starting from H&M to redone jeans, which are very, very pricey for jeans that is made out of reused jean material. But I think that finding a good jean is like finding a unicorn, because if the jean is not cut in a right way and right form and it's not sitting properly on your body, it can completely spoil the outfit. So I would say that rather than going out and buying your first random jean, I would rather research very well and if necessary splurge a bit more than usual for a good pair of jeans, because this is something that is going to stay many years. Most of the jeans are almost indestructible. You have them in your wardrobe even after 10-year time. Bearing in mind the first tip that we discussed, cost per wear and the right fit, I would think that it is something that you do not need to blink twice and think too much when paying extra bucks. That being said, I obviously don't exclude the possibility that you find a very good jean on a budget in high street store as well. Another essential piece in my opinion is having a good pair of shoes. Now I leave this as well as vague as possible. As I've grown older, I really started to appreciate flat shoes more and more, but if it is high heel shoes, be it. The most important thing is that the good shoes are very detrimental for your health as well. Coming from Georgia, where I grew up having only second-hand shoes, and the ones which were made out of very bad material, my feet was not able to breathe. I know it's a little bit of TMI, but I struggled with smell on my feet, which I could not get rid of for many years. Learning from personal experience to understand how important it is to have good shoes on your feet, and that it is absolutely worth to pay extra money on that. Lastly, I think investing into the good jewelry pieces that withstand the test of the time is always worth to pay more and splurge on, because you wouldn't want to repurchase your jewelry pieces over and over again. If you're buying your jewelry pieces from the fashion jewelry stores, you have to be extra cautious when using them, that it doesn't get in touch with any hand creams, any perfumes, any makeup or water even. Otherwise they start to tarnish so quickly that even after a few weeks of use they start to lose the shape and form. It's not good for the environment to create so much waste if you stop using it afterwards because of the tarnishing, and it is not efficient use of money either. I know that I said last about the previous point, but I just remembered that having a good blazer and investing into it is absolutely essential. It doesn't really matter what type of job you have, if you like to dress smart or not. Every single one of us in this life has occasions where we need to look a little bit more elegant, put together, and use simple blazer. I'm not talking about the full suit. You can always rock blazer with very casual outfits, even with hoodies or jeans. Having good blazer always elevates the entire look. It sits properly. Buying from the good shops often comes with a service that is going to be tailored to your exact body shape. For example, the length of the sleeve is going to be shortened. If the shoulder pads are not sitting rightly, they're gonna be adjusted. The lining is perfect, it never really comes off. The threads don't hang around like when you buy it from the high street stores, and the materials are always very well adjusted and suitable for the type of blazer that you are buying. The items that you are wearing on your body are in direct contact with your skin. I think it is no-brainer that investing into the materials that are organic and allow your body to breathe are worth paying extra money. Also, some of the materials and fabrics just have this certain richness. Having linen, cotton or wool and cashmere in the colder periods is absolutely beautiful, and those fabrics definitely allow your body to feel comfortable in those clothes, cozy, a bit more airy when talking about the linen, and fresh vis-a-vis wearing those polyester mix where you feel like sweating and restrained and not comfortable at the end of the day. My third tip to you would be to invest into the timeless pieces. You do not want to wear items that's gonna look absolutely dated and out of style in 2 seasons time, knowing that you have invested lots of money into it. I'm absolutely into fashion. Obviously, fashion is changing so quick. There are trends that come and go, and I often want to look stylish and trendy at the same time. There is nothing wrong with that, but I always prioritize what I would want to invest more money vis-a-vis going experimental from the high street market. To be a bit more concrete, who remembers the Miumiu tie-up ballerina flat shoes, which were absolutely on trend and everywhere? I really wanted to get those and could not justify it for myself. Even in that moment when I was obsessed with those shoes, I knew that this would not be something that would withstand the test of time, so I went ahead and got those from Zara. I still wear them today, but they are not so trendy anymore, so I don't reach out for them as many times as before, but I don't also feel very guilty and looking at those because I know I have not paid so much money for those. Similarly, bucket hat trend few seasons ago. Right now everyone is wearing baseball caps. Obviously there is nothing wrong about going out and buying everything designer if you can afford that, but talking about like normal people as I am and the prioritizing that we have to do, I think such accessorizing items that are into this hype of being on the top, like on the top of the top, is worth to think twice. Sit tight, wait on, and see 1-2 seasons down the line if it's still in trend, if it still brings this sparkle in your heart. If it is so, go ahead and spend your money on it. My fourth and last tip to you is to start investing into the pieces that you've already bought, loved and tested from the high street stores. I think this is the best advice out of all what I've talked about now, because getting the first-hand experience, incorporating it into your lifestyle, buying the budget option lets you check the item up close, how it feels, and without heartbreak, let it go and move on to the other item if it is not something that is suitable for you. It doesn't really matter how much you research, listen to the other people's advices. They're obviously coming from their own reality and they might be absolutely truthful and genuine to you, but their experiences don't translate one-on-one to your own experiences. Example, buying a designer handbag, because I've done this quite a few times. The ones who are often on this channel definitely know that, and for those who don't know that I'm obsessed with designer handbags, I'm gonna link a few video links over here for you to check out my little collection. I can personally retell that the good sales associate will definitely recommend you to go on and buy small leather good pieces first before jumping into and splurging the entire handbag, because those ones are definitely in 4 number digits and very pricey. They'd rather make sure that you as a customer are happy and come back to repurchase other items rather than selling you something which you will end up very frustrated with or resell and never end up showing in the same shop again. It's a sales strategy, but very sensible in my opinion. This is obviously just an example. You don't have to be purchasing a designer handbag, but this rule can be applicable to any other item really. I hope this way you will be able to learn from your own experiences, listen deep down in your heart what really makes the outfit for you, and spend your money respectfully without remorse or regret. Thank you once again for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed listening to all those tips. I also have an ongoing giveaway with regards to the skincare products, which gets activated once we have hit 500 followers. I'm gonna put a screenshot of the items that are within this giveaway and leave the link down below. Please check that out if you are into beauty items as well, and give a follow to this platform. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get informed when I'm posting. Thank you once again, and I'm gonna see you in my next one.